When I first started pitching the idea of this book to literary agents and then to publishers, I struggled with articulating the type of book I envision that would best counter the internet misinformation about masturbation and that would be both scientifically literate and accessible to an average reader. It was challenging to clearly communicate how I wanted to combine health science, narrative, and prescriptive elements, all the while maintaining my oft irreverent tone. Although there is plenty of useful information in this book that can be applied to your personal sex life, I did not want to write a self-help book that was filled with oversimplified advice and hollow BuzzFeed-style lists like 10 ways to masturbate like your favorite Lord of the Rings character. Although this is a missed opportunity for a lot of Gandalf wizard staff jokes. Although this book is heavily cited with peer-reviewed journal articles and other scholarly works, I did not want to write a serious academic book that was only sold at research conferences and was only entertaining to those who got aroused by effect sizes and p-values. I wanted to write a book for a lay audience that is sold in mall bookstores where goth teens can intentionally place a copy in the Christian romance section. And although this book is peppered with historical accounts, I am not a historian or anthropologist. The historical descriptions will be brief and often superficial, but used to drive a narrative that for the past 300 years, for every Dr. Kellogg trying to scare you into sexual submission with grotesque fairy tales, there's been a Dr. Kinsey eager to alleviate your masturbatory anxieties with sexual science. For every Reverend Sylvester Graham trying to advocate for masturbation suppression on moral grounds, there's been a Betty Dodson advocating for its liberation. This book exists at the intersection of all those genres. I'm here to tell you the story of the crusaders on a campaign to suppress masturbation, the sex educators fighting back, and the public's confusion about what constitutes healthy self-pleasure. I will be your guide, walking you through these anti-masturbation medicine shows, exploring topics such as normative behaviors during childhood, the nofap and semen retention movements, the moral panic over masturbation addiction, dildos and sex dolls, porn and fantasy, and how death doulas are ensuring that masturbation can be a part of hospice care. This book aims to unapologetically critique the individuals and systems that have sought to control masturbation and reviews the scientific literature and clinical recommendations on how masturbation is a healthy practice for all. So step right up, folks. Shudder at the thought of spiked penile rings used to prevent the solitary vice. Laugh at pastors who believe mermaids are created by the sin of self-pollution. Marvel at the ingenuity of a 28,000-year-old dildo. Grab a bowl of cornflakes and settle into a sofa to learn about the wonderfully weird history and science of masturbation. Worry-free orgasms await.